to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Cornhuskers will get us started with the opening kickoff. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. The coverage team maintained his discipline, not much doing on that return. So the Indiana Hoosiers offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. And Jesse, they've got a running back that they'd love to feature in this if he is able to answer the challenge.
Yeah, and listen, this guy might not be a Heisman finalist, but he can break off long runs. And this defense, David, they better be ready. They better pack a lunch, show up today, and try to get hats to the football. Because if you come out here with your B game, he can run all over you.
And it's important for this offense, too, because they need to have balance on offense. They need the ground game to get going. He's capable. He's shown flashes. We just want to see it consistent.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Holds and fires complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. The Hoosiers want to pick up the tempo. Wants to go up top. Punch it out of the air. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down. And they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up defense.
Breaks into the open. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Hoosiers are on the move.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Finds his man. It's Richard. He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Dead center perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, taking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
So Nebraska's offense will go to work for the first time today. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
This offense, they've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, it's McCoy. Quickly out to the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Huskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. And the Huskers are threatening in the red zone. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Maurice, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. He'll keep it himself. Turning it on! And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
And that's what makes this offense so dynamic. It's his running ability, and I love them going option here. He's hoping the defense is going to give him a look that forces him to keep the football. And how about his ability in the open field, generating a massive explosive play on that option run?
And the Hoosiers will hustle to the line. They'll run play action.
One of the things you love...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Wide receiver comes in motion. Dropping back, it's McCoy. There's the pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throwing right. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Really nice job by the defender knocking that one away in man coverage. And he knew coming into this one that he was going to get attacked and they were going to throw his way. So he's showing you right now. He is dialed in, locked in. Really nice job on that coverage.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Hoosiers! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The give to the tailback. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
Back to pass, it's McCoy. Unloads it left. He makes the catch. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Cornhuskers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The Huskers have their offense in high gear. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on 1st down. The screen, and watch out. Oh, he's got some space. Running through contact. Touchdown, Husker. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Trying play action. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. The Hoosiers in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
And what a start for this guy. That's now his 2nd interception in the 1st quarter of this game. He has been an absolute ball hawk in this thing early, and the quarterback would do well to stop throwing his way the remainder of this game.
They go to the ground. Across the 25. Powers through. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Quarterback making checks. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. First and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now it's second and goal. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw, it's McCoy. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Nebraska! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Wants to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
A first down run in the red zone. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
On the move from inside his 5. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
I tell you, they tried to go draw in the middle of the field. That back had nowhere to go with the football. He was tackled right away for a loss.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays from this guy.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll toss it to the outside on the left. He breaks a tackle. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Nice play offensively. You go with the toss to the left, and how about the blocking downfield by the wide receiver on that play? If you're going to run to the perimeter, you got to have guys doing work downfield for you, and they had it on that one.
Zings it complete to the right. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Huskers!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's chased out of bounds inside the 15. They'll mark him out at his own 14-yard line. Not much on that kick return. Looking for a gap. It's Wall. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Unloads to the wideout. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his 1st interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Looking for a man. It's McCoy. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Nebraska! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Well, Little Red's probably turning into Big Red with pride right now with this performance he's turning in.
And, man, he is in his bag. He's running it. He's throwing it. This defense is like, how about I have it at what? Which way do I go? Who's got the football? He is setting this defense on fire.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. You've got to stop turning the football over.
Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. And the Hoosiers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Wide open downfield. Wide open spaces. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Hoosiers will snap it on 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Looking to throw on first down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got his man. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And for the second time in this game, he'll try to knock through a field goal, this one a 41-yarder. He got it. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. TCU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Davey O'Brien among the legends to wear that uniform. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to UTEP. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And that's what this defense needed to get going. You've given up a bunch of touchdowns. You haven't been great early, but now you finally get some pressure, get the quarterback to the ground. Now maybe start turning this defense around.
Looking downfield, it's McCoy. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They'll snap it from the 36. They got a first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Back open in the middle. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Looking for a productive play on first down. Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Spits it out to the back. This time it's complete. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Motion from the wideout. Scanning the field, it's McCoy. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Looking to throw. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
To the ground with the back. Strong, firm tackle.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. There he goes. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. And the Huskers will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. Here's the handoff. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Here we go. Ready?
Might be changing the route. To throw, it's McCoy. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. The throw to the outside is complete. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Going right to work up top. He's got him. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. And the Hoosiers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. With the catch, it's Richard. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got a man. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Setting up the screen. Breaks into the open. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. 3rd down coming up after that completion.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Blasted as he lets it go. It's complete. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. With the run on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. He steps and powers it, works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And they've moved closer and closer, and still they need 2 yards. 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short.
What a 3rd down stop by this defense. 3rd down and goal, no problem. You know that guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They were ready, and they forced the 4th and goal.
Quarterback running on the draw. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Indiana!
And I love these designed runs, goal-to-go situations. Gotta have it. I know I get an extra blocker with now my quarterback running the football, being decisive, getting downhill, getting in the end zone.
49, Indiana, 20.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Dropping back, it's McCoy. Quickly complete. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
They'll leave it with him. A pickup of 5 marks it at the 36-yard line.
A lot of times on 2nd down, you're thinking pass, especially 2nd, maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the 1st down.
Turning it on! They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off his 3rd period with a big play. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. To the air on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
The Cornhuskers come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the left side. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Right back to him on the ground. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's McCoy. Unleashes to the end zone. Oh, it's picked off.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Here comes the heat. The heat got to it, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Open space at the 25. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Yeah, this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
The Huskers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it, using the back as a receiver on the screen. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to throw, it's McCoy. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football, and they're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack to try to slow this momentum down.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's got it on the move. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. And the Huskers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll try to get it in with the run. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you got a back like this,
looking for the end zone, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Husker! That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
Pure domination. Game long for this offense, whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, David.
and try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together, get some good mojo going.
To the air, it's Soto. Makes the catch. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive game right away.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Soto. Fires toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Right down the boulevard. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Past the first down marker and still running. Oh, there's an alley to the left. The 20. He's at the 10. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they've just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
Fires to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They'll line up for a 2nd down play.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone.
They come up with their 2nd safety of the game. You don't see that very often.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. He leaves it with his back. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse